You was out to high school.
There was a main suit videos, real top and straight up budget. It was heavy.
What up? This is your boy, Mr. Woods, and I'm 1/4 of TV. Ah, shit. Bluebirds!
Wow.
That's what I needed. Ready? Go.
Money.
What up? This is your boy, Mr. Woods, and I'm 1/4 of TUK.
Say it one more time. Say it a little cleaner though.
Okay.
And slow down. It's not a race. Ready? Where you go?
What's going on? This is your boy, Mr. Woods, and I'm 1/4 of TUK. Now, can y'all go crazy?
Yeah.
I'm seeing too much smiling going on.
You can't be laughing.
I'm not even going to see them. Okay.
All right.
Ready?
All right, we're going to do it one more time.
Here we go. Now, here we go.
I want you to give me one loud clap, and then I want you to go, okay?
What up? This is your boy, Mr. Woods, and I'm 1/4 of see.
Who's that, Jeff?
Cause y'all talking. I don't need no talking. I don't need nothing going on the side of me. Ready?
And go.
What up? This is your boy, Mr. Woods, and I'm 1/4 of TUK.
What is TUK?
What is TUK? TUK is the Turnip Kings. The Turnip Kings, we came together and we created a movement.
How did you come together? How did TUK come together?
TUK basically came together. We known each other for several years as individual artists, and I used to do my solo performances, and I had collabos with each one of these artists, and I realized that the performances that we did, everybody brought something to the table different that people loved. So I felt that we collectively needed to come together as a group and create the Turnip Kings.
Mm-hmm. Where are you from, and what inspired you to choose a path in music?
Where am I from? I'm from New York City, Far Rockaway, Queens, born and raised. And I was inspired by music from basically before I rap, I was a dancer. So I used to be a backup dancer for upcoming rap artists, singers back in high school. And I always wanted to be in the forefront because at that time I was behind. So I felt like I wanted to be that person in the front. And that really inspired me to want to be Mr. Woods, because I love performance, but I wanted to be the star of the show. So dancing for me and being in the back, that wasn't my cup of tea. So that's what basically inspired me. And I danced for a rapper from Brooklyn, and he was really dope. Like his lyrical content, the way he made records, wanted me to write, and that's how I became a writer. What are some of my musical achievements? Well, my first musical achievement and my claim of fame is the rebuttal to No Scrubs, which is No Pigeons, that I actually did with the Sporty Thieves. This record came about because, everybody knows TLC's No Scrubs was an anthem for the women. So I felt that it was only right that I made an anthem for the fellas. So, I used to hear the song so much on the radio, and I felt I was at home like nobody in the industry or all these rappers that was on top of the billboard, on top of the charts, wasn't responding to this record. So I'm like, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. So I called up a DJ Rude from Brooklyn, somebody I used to work with and do mixtapes, frequently. And I told him, send me that instrumental to No Scrub because I think I got an answer for this record. So he sent me the instrumental for No Scrubs. I wrote my 16 bars and I titled it No Vultures. I sent it back to Rude. He got it. It got into the streets of Brooklyn, New York, and From Master Flex somehow got a whiff of the response. So he told me that Flex was going to call me on my phone. And I was like, Flex ain't calling me. Like, Flex don't care about me because, I wasn't actually pursuing music. I was just basically doing mixtapes. This is not something I was pursuing. So when he said Flex was going to call me, I'm like, all right. So Flex did call me about 2 days later, and I thought I was being punked. Because I didn't feel like Flex was going to have time to call Mr. Wood. Like, you know, I was a nobody, basically, in my eyes. So Flex got on the phone, and he said, and Mr. Wood, this record going to be huge, huge, huge. And I have the Sporty Thieves, and I think if you do the Sporty Thieves, this record could be real huge. And I'm like, word? I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, yo, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a session in New York for y'all to go record this record, like, over the weekend. And I was like, yo, whatever. This is from Master Flex, you know. #1 DJ across the planet. So 3 days later, I'm in the studio with Sporty Thieves. He put us in the studio. I finally got to meet them face to face, and then you know the whole team. So me and DJ Rude was in there, and Flex actually made sure I was in charge of putting this song together. Being that I came up with the idea, I created this whole idea. So we're in the studio, and I kind of formulated who's gonna start off the record, who's gonna anchor the record. Being that I was a solo artist and I didn't have a sound like Sporty Thieves, I felt like I could anchor the record. So I let Sporty Thieves actually, write their verse as a group first, and then I anchored the record. So if you listen to the song, I'm the last voice on the record. And the record came out hot, but in the process of making this record, I lost my voice before I went to the studio. So I was actually hoarse the day before, and I felt like, God, like, what's going on? Like, I had this opportunity to do this major record with From After Flex and Sporty Thieves, and I lost my voice. So I didn't let me losing my voice stop me from going to the studio and record this record. So I actually, when I went in the booth, I was singing from my diaphragm because I was like this. Words wasn't coming out. So I had to go to my diaphragm and bring it out because I was like, if I don't do it right now, this is never going to happen. So I actually did that record. If you listen to the record, my voice is real, real raspy. And everybody loved the record that way, but that was something I felt was a curse, but it was actually a gift because, like I said, it went gold, it went platinum, it beat out TLC's No Scrubs on the charts, and it was like an overnight success. So God knew what he was doing, but so we made this record, and everywhere we went, it just no pittance. Every time I listened to the radio, I turned on Hot 97 in New York City. All I heard was No Scrubs, and right after No Scrubs, you gotta hear No Pittance. So those records went hand in hand, and it was like an amazing thing. It was just I just couldn't believe it. And I didn't write it to be a hit, a record. I actually wrote it just to make some noise on a mixtape. But then it became this phenomenon, and that was historical.
In the group TUK, what do you bring to the table?
In the group TUK, I bring to the table, I love to perform. Performance is my thing. It's give me one mic, a platform, and I'm gonna turn up. Like, I love to perform. Like if you ever see me and the team and you see me on stage, I'm just my energy. Like people ask me, do you get nervous before you do a show? And I'm like, man, I don't get nervous. I just get anxiety, and it's great anxiety because it's like my blood is pumping, my adrenaline is flowing, and I'm so ready to turn up. So I'm really like the performer of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like I bring that element that everybody gonna shine, but Mr. Woods is going. I'm gonna turn up. I'm going to turn up.
All right. Describe the TUK sound.
How you want me to say that?
Describe the TUK sound. So the sound is a mixture of.
You want me to say it just like that? I'll ask the question again.
Yeah. Describe the TUK sound. The
TUK
TUK sound is.
You want me to say this question again? Okay, my bad.
Yep. You ready?
Yep.
And go.
Describe the TUK sound. Well, we have 4 different elements of TUK, the Turnip Kings. We have myself. I'm hip hop. Born and raised in New York, so I'm straight hip hop. You listen to me, you're gonna feel hip hop. We're gonna take you back to the late '80s, early '90s, the whole era of the '90s. That's what I am. Then we have Jus K, which is like the R&B soul of the group. He's R&B and hip hop as well. So he has that fusion that he brings to the table. Then we have my man Kirk, straight from Kingston, Jamaica. And you know what Kingston, Jamaica is all about. It's all about the reggae music, dancehall. So he brings that element. And then we have Big Bronze, aka Bronze Zeno, straight out of Charlotte, North Carolina, the dirty, dirty South. And he brings that trap South element, and we fuse it all together. and we come up with the Turn Up Kings. And the sound is just like, it's just like a balance of a fusion of different elements of music, different genres, all infused in one. So if you come into a TUK concert or you come into a TUK performance, you're going to feel like you're at a reggae concert, an R&B concert, and a rap concert all in one. And we bring that to you.
Okay. What can your fans expect from TUK during live shows?
Oh, nothing but high energy, fun.
Question.
Oh, my bad, sorry.
What can your fans expect from TUK during live shows?
What can our fans expect from a TUK show? The fan could expect nothing but high energy. What else can what? I mean, this y'all laugh. I see your face. I'm like, stop it. Do it again. One more time. Blue, bleed, bleed, blue. Let me stop. Ready?
Ready?
Oh, what can fans expect from a TUK concert? High energy, nothing but hot music. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna tell our stories. You're gonna feel each one of us individually. We're gonna bring you what what gels us together as a, you're gonna see brotherly love. It just, it just performance, man. It's nothing but performance. That's what we bring to the table. And I feel that the main person that's gonna show you like on the show is Kirk. Like Kirk, he's funny. That's a funny dude. Like I bring my element to it. Jus K does. So does Bronzino. But Kirk, he's different. He's from Jamaica, and I think that him being Jamaican, like that's just a whole nother part of the world, and he's bringing that to this part of the world, and his energy is off the chain, man. Like this dude still thinks he's in Jamaica. Like he'll get on stage, and he's gonna regulate the audience with his crazy Jamaican accent, his crazy Jamaican antics. And like, I just love it. I just love to watch him. And I always felt that I was the turn-up king, the #1 turn-up king. But now that I have him part of the team, it's just like, I don't know, I got to stand back sometime and just watch this dude, because when we release him, like when you meet Kirk, or when anybody meets Kirk, they're going to see that his demeanor is real calm. In person, you're gonna think he's the most quiet person, laid back, cool. But when he hits that stage and that music comes on and we turn it up, move out the way. We just released the beat. So the Turn Up Kings, man, you're gonna enjoy it. The performance is definitely on point all the time, every time. What's the recording process with TUK in the studio? Well, it's easy. It's basically, we go in the studio together, the four of us. We have TUK Tuesdays every Tuesday, and the four of us get in the studio. We have 2 producers on the team. Like we don't have any outside production as of right now. We have Jus K and Bronze. They both do tracks and production, so they'll bring all their beats, and we'll just sit down and just vibe off of music. They'll just play the tracks, and then we all collectively will decide whatever we're feeling that day, whatever mood we're in, we'll be like, that's the track that we want to do right now. So they'll pick the track, they'll pull it up, and we'll all start vibing and writing right there on the spot. So our process of writing a project right now is all about vibe. It's not about us going back home, trying to write a hook, trying to figure out what we're going to do. We're not overthinking the process. We're just going off of vibe. And the vibe is like, it's out of this world. Like, it's so, the energy in the room when we vibing is just so perfect. Like, it's like every time we do that, we making hit records. We come up with the ideas, we come up with the concepts, go in the booth, records are done. Moving on to the next one. So the process is mad fun. It's mad free. Like I said, we're not overthinking it. So, and I feel that the project right now, like this, I know I love my music. I write all the time. I'm a writer. We're all writers. We're all creative. But the process that we're doing right now and the way we're doing it, because I never really did it this way. I'll go home and write my song, come back to the studio and record. Right now, just doing it on the spot and creating a record and moving on is like the best feeling in the world. And it's like we're making the most classic records that way. So I would advise anybody to try that process, because I mean, I think that's when you make the best music, when it's really from your heart and you're in the moment. And that's what TUK does.
Right.
How did I come up with my verse in the record Bees Like That? Well, Bees Like That almost didn't happen. Bronze came to the studio, and he played the track for us once again. And he was playing tracks, and he played a track, he played another track, and then he actually started playing beats like that track, and then he skipped over it. And then me and Kirk was like, yo, what was that? And he's like, oh, nah, this one ain't done. Like, nah, I gotta add some more stuff to it. Ain't done. We was like, yo, go back to that beat, yo. Like, cause me and Kirk felt, we felt what that was. We just heard a little snippet of it, but we knew there's something about that track that you just played that we need to hear again. So he went back to that track, he played it, and we was like, yo, so me and Kirk was just listening to the beat and we just vibing out on it. And we're in the studio and we just both looking at each other like this, and we like, we was coming up with the melody. Next thing you know, the words started flowing. We looking at each other, and we came up with beats like that. And then we fit in the words and made the beats like that hook. Went into the booth. I just off of the top of the head, whatever I was feeling. Sounds like a hit to me. Like that's how, cause it sounded like a hit to me. So that's why that's the first line I say on that record. Went in the booth, wrote my verse, boom. Bronze got up, he wrote his verse while I was in the booth doing mine, got in the booth, did that. And beats like that was created. It was born. What is the meaning of the record Veterans Day? We came up with Veterans Day. That's a track that Bronze did. He did this track, so he played that track for us. And this track, like before he even did this track with Buddy's track, I had to talk with Bronze, and I was like, yo, like this project right now, like, you know, I just want to take you back to like the 90s when you like the G Unit, like the Woo, and you know, when you just hear tracks, Mobb Deep, when you hear certain beats, it's just like you just knew it was a straight gut, it was straight street. So he took the conversation we had and he went home and he came back to the studio with that in mind. So when he put this track on, I was like, yo, like, what made you create that? He's like, yo, this is a conversation we had. You told me that you want to just take it back to real hip hop. So that's what he was feeling. So he threw this track on, and it was like a no brainer. And I just felt like on this track, it was just so street. We didn't need a hook. We didn't need no hook. So we just in the studio, we just vibing just like we do, and me and him just going back and forth. We just writing, I'm writing the line, he's writing the line. We going back. So that's how the record was. I was like, yo, let's do this back to back. Let's feed off each other's energy. So that's what we did. And Kirk was in there, and we wanted to add the reggae element. You know, the reggae element with hip hop and R&B, and then Jus K. So we finished the record first, and Jus K wasn't actually at this session at first, so it was just me, Bronze, and Kirk when we did the record. Then we sent it to Jus, and then Jus listened to the song. He loved the record, of course, but then he had a vision that another element could be added to it. So we let him do what he do, and he said, I got something for y'all. So he sent us back the record, and he used, you know, Cash Rules Everything Around Me from Wu-Tang as his part of the song to bring him in. And it was genius. It was a genius idea. And once he did that, Veterans Day was born. And Veterans Day basically is saying that we all been doing this for a long time. We're not new to this. We've been through the rodeo. We've been through the ups and downs and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so we vexed at this. So the way we come on these records, we letting everybody know that's in the game right now, like, yo, we coming for y'all. Like, we gonna kill the game. We ready for war. We vets. Like, we not no new jacks. So Veterans Day, it's definitely that record. It's for the streets. It's for everybody to know that we are ready for war. We ready for war, man. And these cats that I'm telling you, like, they are dangerous. They're dangerous. Who are some of the national artists that I work with? I been on tour with my girl, my sister, Keshia Cole. She's actually the first person that actually really, really exposed me to the industry on a major scale. When she first released her first album, The Way It Is, she invited me on tour with her as her stage manager / hype man, and I got to be part of a major tour with her, Kanye West, and Fantasia. So, you know, working with her, I experienced so much about being on the road and just learning what the industry is about and how much and how